So yeah, what's up, everybody? We just gonna jump into this real quick. So, I got like two daughters. Okay, I got two daughters, and I got a couple of female friends. And this is the advice I would give y'all, like for real, because some of the times, sometimes I see these things, and I'm just like, stop doing this. Trust me. So let's go through this. So first thing we're gonna do is looks and pockets, right? Stop looking at dudes for their looks and how much money they got. That's cool. You do have to be attracted to the guy. Granted, however, don't make this the key thing. You know, this is how you end up with potential baby daddies. I'll explain. Simply put, you see somebody, they're fine. Oh, they have a nice car, maybe even a decent job, but you have no idea what kind of person they are. You have no idea what kind of characteristics they have. You have no idea if this person makes a good father or a good husband. Should you choose to get married, right? So now you're out at the club having a good time. Ooh, he fine. He just a good thing for tonight. And the next thing you know, your good thing for tonight ends up being something for the next 18 to 20 something years. Stop doing this, right? Let's add some things in. What are they doing with their lives? What do they want to do with their life? What are their goals? And talk about family. Do they intend on having a family? You know, we used to act like these questions would be like the weirdest questions to ask people. Now I'm finding out these are the dumbest questions not to ask people, right? Do you want a family? Do you want kids? Right? You got to get these questions out. Propose scenarios. If you saw this happen, how would you react? If you heard this, how would you respond? You want to get a sense of temperament. You want to just get to know the person, right? But ask good questions because you're already asking people what their favorite movie is, what their favorite color is, and what their favorite drink is or whatever. Like that stuff isn't going to tell you a daggone thing if you mess around with this person and end up pregnant, right? So this is the same thing I would tell my daughter. This is the same thing I would tell any of my daughters, both of my daughters rather, and close friends of mine. Same thing. And the next thing, what do we got here? Yeah, just a good time. Irresponsibleness. You can't just be looking at somebody for just a good time. And you know what? That's fine. If you do, take precaution. The problem is you're not doing that. Please see bullet point number one, because you're not doing that. If you're running around here and somebody messes around, trusting a man trusting a man in intimacy not to lose his stuff and you end up pregnant is crazy work to me. Like that's a lot of trust. If you trust a man that much, you might as well marry him. I'm just saying, like, you trust somebody that much that they won't give you a child because you're not protecting yourself, you might as well just go ahead and marry that person because that's a whole lot of trust. That's trust to me. That's more than trusting somebody the keys to your car. That's more than trusting somebody with the key to your house. For real. It's crazy. You trust them that much? Man, just get married. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. Might as well talk about marriage at that point. If you're not gonna protect yourself, that's all I'm saying. So yeah. Um, it's just a good time, not for a long time, just for a good time and a short time and all that stuff. I don't personally agree with it. Maybe it's because I'm old as dirt. Who knows? But at the same time, protect yourself. So we're not getting a baby out of somebody who don't want kids, because that's the problem. A guy that looks fine and good and takes care of himself and all that stuff, he might not be looking to settle down. He might just be looking to do what he can do until he can't do it anymore. And you mess around and have a baby with a guy like that, detrimental, right? You're going to be complaining for the next 18, 20 some years. Trust me. And what we got? This is your house. So I was talking to a friend of mine and she was like, um, men, how do you know when you're vetting these men, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, look, this is my house, right? I own this house. You understand? So like, it's up to me to make sure who comes into this house ain't a freaking pedophile, a thief, um, or a killer. You understand? I gotta vet the people that come in here. If my friend says I'm bringing somebody over, who are they? How do you know them? Where they come from? What they family like? They ever been to jail? Do they do drugs? What kind of drugs? Personally, I'm not a big drug fan. Okay, I don't even drink, so I'm kind of a lame when it comes like that. So yeah, you gotta ask these types of questions, man. But that's just me saying like protecting my house. You understand? And I got precautions to also protect my house. For instance, I got an alarm system, right? And I got some other things in case somebody gets in here. But I'm protecting my house and I'm vetting people who come into my house. So the box you have, that's your house. Vet these people. I wish I would just let a woman in here just because she's beautiful. I had a situation, if we're going to go like that, I'm going to tell you, I had a situation eons ago when I was a young buckian. I was in the car with a friend. My car had sounds in it, rims on it, all that neat stuff. You understand? We're downtown Detroit on Belle Isle, and two beautiful women flag us down. I'm in my 20s. You understand? So they flag us down and they're like, hey, come here. So, of course, I'm like, ooh, they were beautiful. And they were dressed really nice, nothing crazy, classy, but beautiful. So, yeah, we pull over, right? I'm talking to them and they're talking to us, making us feel special. And oh my goodness, were they beautiful. But then at the same time, I start to look just behind them. Now, if you've ever been to Belle Isle, you probably haven't. And if you have, you know that there is ground, but then beyond that ground, there's a drop off and then there's water. Well, I start to see guys walking up this hill towards us. And they were pretending like they were just talking to each other, but they were oddly enough headed straight for these women as if they knew them. I already knew what this was. This seemed like a setup. I punched the gas and got out of there. So you can't do that. You can't just go by looks. That's all I'm saying. You go by looks and you get distracted by that, you can end up in a bad situation. Yes, I use a situation of potential jack move, but somebody's jacking your box, okay? All right. So like, come on, man, pay attention. You got to get beyond that. And if you're going to do these things, protect yourself. I protect my house. If that's your house, if I'm going to use that to describe that being your house, protect it. That's all I'm saying. Jeez, man, let's go. What else we got here? High traffic homes. You know, back in the day when I was growing up, my mom used to say, be careful of houses that have high traffic in and out of them. That means that it's a drug house. That's what they called them back in the day. Now they call them trap houses. Why? I don't know. A trap is something you trap animals in. Never understood it. Okay? That's what they call them now. That's fine. High traffic homes. That's what she used to tell me. Something ain't right when it's a lot of traffic going in and out of that house, baby. Stay away from it. Don't have a lot of traffic going in and out of your house. It's something wrong with that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. That's it. That's the message. Okay. Don't have a high traffic crib. Okay. Or high traffic house. What we're talking about here is your intimacy area. You know what I mean? Your Virginia. Okay. Your house is your Virginia. Don't freaking let a lot of traffic in and out of there. Because a house with a lot of traffic it looks like a drug house. Do you want your Virginia to look like a drug house? Of course not. Okay, don't do that. Reciprocation and initiation. Now, when you're talking to somebody, a man in particular, since we're talking to women, look for reciprocation and initiation, right? If he initiates a phone call and you don't reciprocate a phone call, that's not good. If you initiate a phone call and he doesn't reciprocate a phone call, that's not good. Reciprocation indicates, oh my gosh, reciprocation indicates and implies interest. It reflects interest. If you're not reciprocating, there's no interest. You understand? If he's not reciprocating, there's no interest. If he's not initiating, there's no interest. If he's not initiating, there's no interest. Okay. I do understand where the guys are like, oh, she should chase you. I don't know about that, but I do agree that a woman that likes a man will reciprocate and initiate. There's nothing wrong with that. However, you need to be getting reciprocation if you do the initiation. Because if you initiate with a man, as far as, you know, approaching him or whatever, and he reciprocates interest, don't get too crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just approach a dude and grab him by the, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But I'm saying, like, if you wink at a guy or smile at a guy, you know, to me, that's initiation. You know, don't get too aggressive because then it just gets weird. Okay. But, you know, what do they call them? Choosing signals or whatever. You know, do stuff like that. That's initiation. You understand? Even if you wave, that's initiation. Reciprocation is for him to be like, and he comes over and talks to you, right? That's all I'm saying, guys. To my daughters and my sisters, if you're not getting reciprocation, stop. If you call a man all day and he never calls you back, that's freaking weird. Stop it. Okay, I'm done. I think I said enough on it. What is our conversation about? Okay. What are you talking about? If all you guys are doing is talking about sex, if the first thing that comes out this person's mouth is sex, stop the madness. Now, it depends. If you are here not for a long time, just for a good time, again, please go back to bullet point number 3. Okay, this is your house, protect it. And 4, please, high traffic homes. Pay attention to that too. Okay. All right. What's your conversation about? In my humble opinion, if you are looking for something serious, if somebody's jumping straight to sex, I'm telling you right now, if you're talking to a dude and he jumps straight to sex and you continue to have a serious relationship with this person, you're an idiot, because he's telling you right off the bat what he wants and what he's interested in. And this is what he's doing. He's just going for the knockdown, man. Then I would tell my daughter this. I don't care what y'all say. I'll put my daughter up on game. I don't care. Because y'all can play all these other people all you want, but what you're not going to do is play my baby. You're not going to do it. And she ain't going to end up, if I can help it, ain't going to be no Pookies and Ray Rays. Okay? That's it. All right. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Until next time. Oh, yeah. And if y'all want me to go live with these things, just put go live in the comments. All right. And if you have any rebuttals or any other advice or not advice, you know, whatever, anything you want to add, put it in the comments. That's it. Talk to y'all later. Until next time. Peace.